think maybe the best way to decide between the A5X and A6X is based on what notebooks you're already using. I'll be comparing the A6X to some popular standard notebook sizes. And if you want the exact measurements, I'll link to the sizes in the description box. Starting with the A6 size, one very popular notebook that comes in the size is the Hobonichi Classic Planner. If you're used to A6 size notebooks, you'll find the A6X is actually pretty roomy because it's significantly wider and longer than a standard A6 notebook. You'll find it may take you a line or two less to write out the same sentence. B-size notebooks in general will be pretty familiar to you if you like buying notebooks from Japanese brands like Midori. This B6 slim size is supposedly the size of the Grail notebook if you like Indiana Jones. The B6 Slim is the same length as the standard B6, but about 3/4 of an inch narrower. So while the slim version is a bit narrower and the B6 should be about the same width, both sizes will be a bit longer than an A6X screen. I think this notebook size should be pretty familiar, even if you've never used a Moleskine. I think the large size is their most iconic and popular one, and it's the one that I switched from. Counting the bezel, the two are similar size, with the Moleskine being narrower and a bit taller. Looking at page size, I actually find they have nearly the same width, but the Moleskine page is definitely longer. It's something to take into account, though of course, on a device like the Supernote, you'll never have to worry about running out of new pages. Having switched from this size, I can honestly say that the transition was pretty comfortable and I don't feel like I moved to a much smaller notebook. These two pads are both A5 size. This is the other paper notebook size that I'm used to. I think this is maybe the most tricky choice to make. They have about the same feel in hand and footprint, if that's what matters to you, but in terms of page size, the A5 is definitely that bit larger. In this case as well, I thought that it was a pretty easy transition, since I was used to the meeting layout which made my actual writing size much more similar to the A6X. I also find that my written notes take up less space since I can very freely move things around. This really comes down to personal preference. You should be thinking about if this difference is alright with you, or if you want the next size up, even if it means a significantly bigger device. The B5 is in the territory of a notebook that I would consider on the large size instead of medium. The A6X is definitely much smaller. And if you like this size of notebook, you're probably better off with the A5X. And of course, A4 size, which I think is the closest to American letter size from the notebooks that we've seen. Again, I think if you're used to notebooks at this size and want something about the same, you should just size up or get used to taking much, much shorter notes. I hope this comparison was helpful. Here's another video on the Supernote that I have on my channel. Thanks for watching!